Aloha meatheads. Oh yeah, the E25 was up for sale again recently, and I've seen a lot of people running around in it. Let's talk about what not to do. The meta has changed so much. You'll see a lot of the older videos from Bushka and others talking about using it in ways that I think no longer apply. The meta's changed so much. There's so much armor at tier 8, which we'll get into. It makes it much more difficult to use the E25. And even though it is a gorgeous little tank, I run it like this with the rust camo, it is hard to make as effective as it used to be back in the day before all the IS spam at tier 8 and tier 8 heavy tank premiums. This camo here is called the #1 camo. It was originally promised as an exclusive or limited camo for the early OG adopters, but now you can just buy the damn camo for $9.50, which is a total waste of your money. You'll get free camo at some point. If you want to be a fake OG gangsta, feel free to spend $9.50. Here it is in just a forest looking thing. It's cool, it's a great tank, it's tons of fun, but you need to be rather skilled in order to make it effective and even just to stay alive these days. So let's look at it in a bit more detail. Again, I've always said, we're not exactly a stats channel here, but here's a couple things that are important. Hit points 1,000, not a lot when you're facing tier 8, tier 7 vehicles. And also DPM 25, 26. Again, that's a theoretical number. That's if you're hitting all your shots. And I'll show you in a little bit. Doing that and hitting tier 8 vehicles and penetrating and making use of your DPM is very tough. So here, even the dump truck of love, this disgusting, ugly Ultramoron Vindicator machine here, this vehicle will absolutely annihilate you. And we'll take a look at the heat map here of HE pen first. 100% chance of penetrating with the HE right in the front. And notice there's a chance of getting more than a full roll, so 1125 max damage possibility there. Not so great. If we look at what it does using its standard ammo, which is a form of heat, also green pretty much everywhere except for auto bounce angles and tracks, as you would expect. And you're just going to see this kind of a pen map for every vehicle practically, regardless of angle. Here's a VK3002, another likely tier 7 that you will meet out there. And same story using its AP round. Let's not belabor the point too much. You'll see this again and again. And here's how the Gravedigger, another low alpha quick firing machine, will see ya. Just pen for 90 to 100 damage usually. And the dumbest tank in the game, the Predator Ultramoron here, also will just pepper you and shoot you up. So as you can see, the theme is you have 0 armor and making yourself effective is tough. Not to worry with the Ultramoron Predator, you can just get under the gun. I mean, he can't do anything, which is why you barely ever see this being played. It's such a rare beast because E25 just go under the gun and fire away. He can't get you. What's he gonna do? He can't aim down. This is what every low tank does. This thing just blows. ARL-44, jump into tier 6. ARL-44. ARL-44 don't give a fuck, man. He's just gonna wreck you too. So tier 6. Hey, what am I thinking about? With AP rounds is gonna blasticate you and take you out. Fortunately, you can counter an ARL fairly effectively and penetrate it without too much worry. Cromwell B, tier 6 medium with a very low speed gun, low velocity gun, will penetrate you, no problem, shooting down on you, whatever. It doesn't matter. Even the tier 5 Krupp D, if you run into one in a failed platoon, will penetrate you, tier 5. Now let's look at some of that IS spam I talked about earlier. 252U, good luck, man. You got to shoot this thing in the back or just hope it's not moving around too much. It's going to be a very, very difficult tank for you to penetrate. And again, the theoretical DPM can go right out the window. Even shooting down on it, you're going to have a hard time. So he's going to protect that lower plate, and you're going to be in trouble. Here is the IS-3 tier 8 tier 8 tech tree tank, and still you'll have a hard time. And as soon as somebody knows, like, hey, I know how to protect my lower plate or to swing my turret around, you're going to have a very hard time putting that DPM to use. IS-3 Defender, no difference at all. You're still going to have a hard time penetrating. And if you had this much time to aim on the battlefield, lucky you. Either get behind these beasties towards the end of the game or suck it. Here is the VK100P for Pendejo, or penetration. You're not going to be able to do unless you shoot them from the back and get those side shots there. Look at that. I mean, good luck.
Yeah, no, I'm living.
Here we have even the lava. This guy doesn't have the best armor in the world, especially from the side, and the turret cheeks are soft, but still, when these tanks are on the move or someone knows how to play them, very difficult to penetrate. Here we're checking out APCR versus heat. At least with heat you can get through, but your DPM drops. A very common heavy tank to see at tier 8, and tier 8 is just littered with heavies. So yep, I am belaboring the point. We're almost 6 minutes in, and holy free holies, Batman, the E25 TS. Dude, good luck. You're also not going to get heat through that spaced armor cage on the side. This is APCR. Tomatosville, very difficult. Big Red Tomato is difficult, but moving to something a bit easier. IS2, this is your tier 7 heavy. You'll see a lot of these. You can pen those, but if someone knows how to move around and jiggle the turret around, makes it a little bit more difficult. KV3, similar, but a little bit better armor. With APCR, you can still get in there. And again, remember, switching to premium ammo lowers your DPM, so you'll do less damage, and you'll keep yourself exposed longer to put an enemy away. ARL 44, I threw this in. Yeah, you can pen these guys, always those turret sides, and the cheeks are easy. The upper plate is difficult if the driver knows what they're doing and can angle or use the terrain to get those angles going. Here it is with the heat. Yeah, easy pen, you can just smash ARL 44s. Now, again, the problem is that you have to stay exposed for so long to do that DPM. Other people can just hit you with alpha, and especially with all the huge cannons like the Smashers and Ultra Morons running around. Dangerous days for the E25. All right, up on to Middleburg, and this is back when I was in the Strike Clan. Excellent clan. Love those guys. And here I am telling everyone, like a smart guy, clear the hill first. Head on up. Very important on this map. And I get some affirmatives from that AC4 Sentinel. And I'm like, come on, team, let's go. And AC4 Sentinel, even though he says yes, he's getting the hell out of there.
This is stupid. This is stupid, you know.
Let's realize that. Oh, man. So I'm up here alone. Not a good place for the E25. I informed the AC4 of what I think of his private activities. P43, I should be getting out of here. Okay, 220 damage taken. You notice that I have the 1060 hit points. It's just because I take the, instead of the buffed armor, the buffed extra, I think it's improved assembly, I forgot what it's called. Extra hit points, because you have no armor, so it doesn't matter. Take that. But I just blew 220. And watch how I retreat. It's not just run away and get behind all the morons at cap. It's use the guy who's currently at spawn 1 as a spotter, and without retreating all the way, even though he's already dead, try to get some shots in as I move back. So I'm trying to drop off the radar at the moment. Reset my camo. I got my camo net on. I'm going to camp it up a bit. And you'll note they're on hill. Thanks, dude. We know that. Camo net is up. This is another downfall or low point of the E25. Is sometimes you have to move because you don't have a turret, which will break your camo net. So, which is why I'm not trying to just turn left right now. I want to keep my camo net in case someone else pops up there. And I'm telling the newbies they need to go to tier 5 to figure out the game mechanics.
What's this lying around shit?
And it's not looking so hot for us. We're already down by 1. I'm gonna see if I can apply myself better somewhere else here. Here's a guy by himself, so I'm looking for isolated targets. He's taken out. KV2s, I actually like getting these. Nice, on fire. Put him away. You can pen a KV2 fairly easily with this tank, and you can also get under the gun. So you'll see or hear that recommendation from a lot of the old-timers, get under guns. Yes, that still applies. Just be on the lookout for all the new heavy output tanks like Smashers and the Ultra Moron. Dumpster. Alright, 3v3. Thankfully it's settled in a little bit. No one is camping anymore, which is nice. And, I mean, half the game is over so quickly. Shoot the rear of the KV-1S. I know where he is, so dump another into him. Got the side of the M6. Take him down as he's distracted, moving in. And our AC-4 Sentinel. Thank you, nice E25.
This is between me and these two bullshit guys.
Eh. Okay, bad shooting on his part. They got these two guys, so now what I'm thinking, okay, I don't have any more teammates to use as distractions. I'll risk taking the hit here in order to get some distance. Yeah, there's that hit, but I want to get away. I want to use my speed, and you'll notice that the crew skills on the bottom, because I'm the last man alive, I have extra spotting distance, which I already have very good view range. I want to use my speed and my spotting distance and part of what's left of my brain to do this. So, drop off radar. Hope they don't fully understand how fast this vehicle is. Cover the entire distance of the map from south to north. I'm asking everyone to quiet, please, because I just don't want to hear the chatter from a bunch of morons. And I do this because I have a Bluetooth keyboard, so I use a Bluetooth keyboard for commands and chatting with people, so I can drive and type. So, got this guy isolated.
I'm gonna smash this guy, finish him.
Stay low, out DPM him. Evasive, evasive. Jiggling around as much as possible. That weak spot, get that good bounce. And bye-bye.
Yeah, one down, one to go.
Okay, so I'm feeling pretty confident of being able to carry this game.
Don't bet against me.
I'm weighing my options, what I was thinking I could do, because I didn't know where this other TD could be. What I wanted to do is, I could have turned around at this point and faked him out, but I don't really know where he is. I spot him, I see him, I'm like, oh, okay, got him, I can use this ridge, this depression. Oh, game over, and man, game over. He snapshotted that, and yeah, that is a heartbreak. So I thought I was going to be able to carry, but
right here is a crime.
But hey, let's take ourselves to a more successful mastery in the E25. I'm finding masteries to be more and more rare these days. The E25, but he can carry and he will produce. So catastrophic cannon again from the Toes clan. Toes before hose, my brother, and off he goes with the goodness of Toes. Big derp, smasher, KV2, all kinds of goodness. He's going to one of two possible good sniping spots. WoT is for dopes, especially for the E25 over here. Very tough to work that side. Got to work the field, and you see where that bulldog is back there is another sniping spot. That's my preferred one. But either of these is great, where you can cover C-cap or people traversing, like that bulldog you see. And gotta clear these bushes because you're so low. Sorry, the wood there. Could get away with firing HE at those guys. That'll penetrate for full damage. HE on a Type 64. Clearing away this as well. Gets the hit. Nice work. He knows there's a guy, at least one guy in the bush there. Looking to clear this guy. KV2 coming out. Yes. 2 HP. Man. Down he goes.
Yeah.
Nice to get the big guns taken care of. So here's... This game is a really good example of being able to use that DPM. As long as you aren't seen and you can farm. So being able to dump, you know, a shot every 3.2 seconds is great.
Yeah.
Get those spotters out of the way. Maintain soft cover. This bulldog, bad idea. Nice full roll. Now, he's spotted. One of the reasons for this is not only just proximity, but he's actually touching or in the bush. If you stay about 1 meter behind the bush and you can only see the outlines of the tanks like that you saw briefly, then they can't see you when you fire. And this Bulldog,
This is don't make you great.
yeah, don't ram E25s. E25s are actually rather heavy and make excellent rammers of light tanks. So if you see an SP1C, ram it. You can literally remove half the HP of an SP1C with a good healthy ram. Alright, burn him down. Nice, put away. Team working together, look at that. Love to see it.
And I hope we're gonna fight finally.
Alright, Camptastic Camper, true to his name, camping the whole game long, but now he wants the final kill.
I say I'm gonna smash your boy.
Again, Helsing, formidable tank, burn him down. Nice tracking, little ram damage. Ah, just got the bounce and the Chaffee stole it, but hey, GG and a well-earned Golden Arches, legendary damage caused. That's how you have to earn it. Farm, 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 use team as spotters, work the field on Yamato Harbor, gets the high caliber, gets all the good stuff, even a nice fire he set, and 3,400 damage, 2 kills, basically doubling the output of anyone on the team. Deep carry. Now this one, this goes against the old meta. The old recommendation is pants. For weenies, as you see in the bottom right, do not spot in E25s. You'll hear it in the old videos, used as a spotter, but now with all the derp out there, here's me and good buddy Zebra up, taking the smashers out to punish the noobs and especially the E25s. This we added here because, hey, we like to seal club, so we'll take a smasher platoon out and just fuck up games, but also just this is a great example of do not spot with the E25 anymore. Except very rarely. Obviously, there's always an exception, but really don't. You have no armor, as we saw. And when Derposaurus Rex is coming for you, if we see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Alright. So, Zebra up on the left at the top. Me in the derp machine. Lol cannon loaded. Hi, I'm spotting him in E25.
Very good. Okay.
Nice, I'm out of the game in under 1 minute. And I give them the high. Oh, I'm another E25. I moved all the way to the front. And as you can see, the first 2 vehicles taken out are the spotting E25s. Don't frontline it. Zebra up, puts one down. And this IS is going to give him some trouble, but I will move in to help my platoon mate. Zebra up is on this Y5, just hoping to get that reload there to get a shot in the juicy butt. I'll take care of the IS. He takes one from the rear and whiffs it right over the head of the Y5. But I'll put that IS down. And now check this out. Zebra up, locks on to the VK3601. Sick. 30.
Yeah.
HE in the rear end of the VK. VK2801. We've lost nobody. And look at this Superman. Nice.
Pure athlete.
Well done, buddy. Knocked him right into the smasher shot. Nice job, Zebra. Up.
Proud, yeah.
Bringing him
proud.
down. Yeah, just let that serve as a example of how not to spot in the E25. Don't spot. You get up there in the front, you get taken down either by Smasher or I think it was P43 who got the other one. High risk. They should have been sniping from across if they have a lot of spotters on the other side. But here's some stuff to remember. Secret, super secret operating parameters for E25 success. Defensive things. Do not go to the front line. Rarely ever scout. Use your superior camo. Stay hidden. Reset your camo. What does that mean? When you're spotted, you see the light bulb. Light bulb means 3 seconds ago they saw you. Get behind cover, either hard or soft, or rock or bushes. count to 10, and you will disappear off the minimap. So reset your camo and then get back on the hunt. Be sure to use your speed to get distance from the enemy team so that you can keep away from them. Also relocate often if spotted, or if people are surrounding you, just get out of there. You have superior speed to almost everybody. And fire from cover. Give a distance of 1 meter. You want to have about 1 meter behind the bush, and you see how in this picture of the E25 you can just see the outline. That's about what you want it to look like when you're looking at the enemy. That means they cannot see you when you fire. So keep a little distance between you and the bush you're hiding behind, and you can fire away. They'll have no idea where the hell you're nailing them from. Now, on to the offensive stuff. Carry lots of APCR, that's your standard ammo. 3 to 5 rounds of HE for hitting SP1Cs and other tanks. When you're looking at their rear, you won't use much of it. And then 18 to 20 rounds of heat for hitting those pesky Lovas and other large heavy tanks that you saw in the beginning of the video. You need to penetrate them with heat. Keep your team in front of you. Use them as passive spotters and use their HP to survive and to get damage. And then when you do spot an enemy, unleash the DPM hell. And you should carry adrenaline with you and use it to burn down enemies when you have the opportunity. You will be firing once in every less than 3 seconds, so use that to just unleash the beast. And finally, ram light tanks. The E25 is a very heavy TD, actually. And you saw in one of the videos with Catastrophic Cannon, when the Bulldog rammed him, it really messed him up. You can just blast SP1Cs, Type 64s for a half to 2/3 of their hit points when you're running at full speed. Just be careful not to ram KV3s and things like that. There are many other suggestions. I'd love to hear them in the comments below if you have any tips on defensive and offensive play, such as, you know, using a camo net obviously in your equipment slots and how to set up your vehicle. But yeah, let us know. Let's have a discussion in the comments below. Love to hear from you. And man, that is probably the longest video I've ever put together. So all you E25 pilots out there, have a great time out there getting smashed by the derp guns. And let me know how you're doing and what your struggles are. Maybe we can comment on it and have a discussion. All right, well, hey everybody. Yep, long again. But I ask you a final indulgence. Let's use this time that we have under lockdown to get to know each other, to communicate, have fun, and remember those who are closest to you and most important. I lost a friend to the virus, actually, and man, that sucks. Talk about a guy who lived a rich and colorful life. Mr. Sam Clayton Jr. This guy has recorded some of the greats of the greats, hailing from Kingston, Jamaica, man, and living in France, where I met him. Wonderful engineer, producer, live sound guy, etc. And he is now gone, stricken down by the coronavirus on the 1st of this month. No April Fools. So remember the good things. Tell the good people you know that you love them. And if you're a super awesome kid, Mini Locker makes you just a badass logo without being asked and presents it to you. Damn it, you're going to use it. So keep it safe out there. And remember, as always, kids,
keep it salty, Pendejos.
Ooh, yeah!